Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oregon State's offense will take the field first. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They got to stat it up, and they got to start fast.
Yeah, and they got to remember what happened. They got to remember the celebration, the on-field antics, the social media, all of it that came with it. The embarrassment of last time. So, yes, your big players, they got to play big, especially in these rivalry games.
They give it to him again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Dortch. Makes the grab. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Working the ground game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. From the gun. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Beavers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Out wide right, it's Harris. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. quick give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Washington State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Here's a guy that can really deliver tough yards on the ground for this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense.
Hits the afterburners. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down for this offense.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Right side, it's Rousseau. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Cougars look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Hits inside, it's Miles. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Washington State will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Beavers will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Dortch. They're all over it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Out wide right, it's Harris. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 14, and that's the way you find some room to operate. And the Beavers will call on their punt team. Not a lot of room to field this one. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this. coverage in the middle. It's Flowers. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Drives inside. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Left side is Rousseau. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Finds a crease. It's Miles. Hard running there. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to get it through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide left, it's Miles. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. From the red zone, it's Miles. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to pass. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington State. The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Got his man out of the backfield. Run ends there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Trying to squeak through the pile. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Snapped on 4th down. Just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Miles. At the 45, on his way. Got a little grass. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. That's the the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They'll run it. It's Miles. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And the thing you got to watch out for at this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
That gives him 54 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Cougars! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering what... do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Looking for a man. It's Dortch. Right side, it's Hope. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Going right and going deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Rush right in his face. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He's got an open man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 12 team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
The Beavers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Washington State's head coach told me at halftime, listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe they get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Washington State going back to work on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Straight ahead, it's Miles. Swamped immediately.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 3-yards for the O. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Cougars are marching down the field. On the run, it's Miles. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Tough run here. It's Miles. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. 2nd down to the air. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cougars! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. This offense has it with really good field position. Moves the pocket. It's Dortch. He'll pull it down and run. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. And the Beavers in a good spot here with second and short. Trying to establish the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
Here we go. Ready. Red 54. Go.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Stepping to the right.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Touchdown, Oregon State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They put the brakes on it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter.
Going for it all. Got it down the field. He's loose down the left side. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Dortch. Under pressure. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted, number 19. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out wide right, it's Terrell. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The play fake. Rushes on. Floats it out in space. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Wazoo! A great catch and run for 6. They push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Unleashes it. Caught over the middle. It's Garrison. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Drops back on first down. He'll be thinking about that one. Almost an interception.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Gonna look downfield again. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Needs it here on 4th down. Gonna throw it over the top of the D. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship. And winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy.